Everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood minifigure here, and welcome back to another LEGO review. Today we are looking at the LEGO Star Wars Kessel Run Millennium Falcon set. The set serial number is 75252. It originally came out in 2018. It has 1,414 pieces, and it originally retailed for $170. Now, first up on our minifigures is the great ally, partner, sidekick of Han Solo, Chewbacca. There he is. There's the back of him. Yep, overall pretty good looking minifigure. Next up, we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Han Solo, who has nothing more than a small pistol, unlike Chewbacca with the big rifle. There's the back of him. He also has a secondary face as well. There you go. Next up we have Kira. This is a pretty good looking minifigure, I'd say. Like the hairpiece. There's the back of her. There's a better look without the hairpiece. She has a secondary face as well. Next up, we have the OG owner of the Millennium Falcon, Lando Calrissian. Here we are. There's the back of him. He has a double colored cape. Actually, the cape is two pieces. There's the back of the torso. And then there's a secondary face for him as well. There we are. Now next up you have a Kessel operations droid. This is a pretty neat looking droid minifigure right here. Too bad it couldn't be L3. Then you have, if I have the droid's name right, DDBD. I think that's it. Yeah, DDBD. That's this guy's name. Who basically looks like a combo of a Gong droid and an astromech in one. And then finally, for the main minifigure villain, this is Quay Tolsta, who is a pretty neat looking minifigure, I'd say. I especially like the prints on this piece. If you could actually see them, that is. There's a better look at the head without the helm, without the headpiece. Although, of course, there's not really a whole lot of detail there, so. Yep. Now, anyways. Now on to the main attraction, the Millennium Falcon. This set is pretty neat. It's I think this is a pretty cool. I really like this version of the Millennium Falcon right here. There's the back thrusters, rockets, whatever you want to call them. There's a side view. There's the front. Of course, you have the rotating dish piece here. Let me give you a nose view. That's a view of it from the nose. There's the other side, same thing as the previous side. And all of these flaps open up. Oh boy. But yep, here's the full interior of the Millennium Falcon. You have your usual spot to place space chest right here. And then you've also got the typical area for computers and navigation and all that right down in there. Then this is interesting. This version of the Millennium Falcon has a small bar. It has a bar area. I don't know what this thing is supposed to be. I suppose it's... I guess it's supposed to represent the wardrobe compartment of the Falcon in the movie. Then you have a small cargo area back here with a hyperdrive thing. Here's one of the bins. Here's one of the storage bins, and this bin contains... This bin contains coaxium, which is basically hyperfuel, which is one of the main plot points of the Solo movie. And then this compartment just houses some equipment like binoculars and stuff like that. Like this right here. Like this piece, yep. Then you have a turret which can rotate on the top. You also have the same thing on the bottom. You've got a rotating turret right here. Yep. Oh boy. Give me a sec here. Alright, there we are. Now, you can also take this and open it up as well. And this reveals another compartment which has the gunner seats in it. And you can move these back to put a minifigure in there, and then slide it back in. It just easily slides in and out like that. Let's see, let me move this back a bit. Then, you also have the main cockpit compartment as well, which is able to store, or which is able to see 2 minifigures in there. You have a joystick. Here's the main control console piece. Yeah. Let's see that back there. And of course, and you can press the 2 pieces with hooks here, you can press those down, and you're going to have spring-loaded shooters, the typical shooters we've been seeing since 2014. Now, one of the coolest things about this set, which we've hardly seen in other Star Wars sets, is this extended area right here, which is an escape pod. Which by by pushing against the falcon, you can take off. It's only attached by these two clip pieces here through these back pieces here, the back bottom pieces. And you have an opening flap which houses another control console piece and more coaxium. And since that is now detached, you can also uncover this flap right here of the Millennium Falcon, which only uncovers a couple extra spring-loaded shooter bolts in case you lose any while playing with this thing. Oh yeah, also this chair rotates. So, overall, I think this set is pretty good. Of course, it's Lego, so the bigger sets typically tend to be better than the older ones. but yeah, I think for a Millennium Falcon set, this is pretty good. Let's see if I can just get this on here. Come on. Yeah, boy. Okay, well, so, yeah, although there are some things I don't really like about this set. It's like how, let's see, it's like for the chest area of the Falcon, two of the 4 seats here, if you put a minifigure in there, the flaps to the ship will not close completely because the minifigure is in the way. Well, one of the flaps won't, and it just looks weird like that. I certainly wish that was a problem that could be resolved. Like, I really wish I could sit a bunch of minifigures in here with that, and the flap closes entirely. And, oh yeah, right, there's one other detail I forgot to mention. You have the unfolding ramp right there. Yep. There it is. Now anyways, back to my initial thoughts. So yeah, I don't like how you can't sit a bunch of figures in the chess playing area. Alright, there we are. Another thing I don't like, and this is something common throughout the Millennium Falcon sets, the landing gear does not retract. These things represent the landing gear, and they don't retract, and that kind of annoys me, because if you're playing with this thing and you're swooshing it through the air and all that, you're going to see the landing gear underneath it, which just looks weird. It would be a lot better if the landing gear retracted, so it didn't look as weird when you were playing with it. And also another thing I don't like, it's very visible. It's very visible in the Falcon with all the flaps closed. Like, even with the flaps closed, there's still a great deal of space between them where you can see plenty of stuff. And that's a design detail that I'm glad they fixed in the new Falcon. I don't have the new Falcon set, but I saw that they fixed that thing, and I'm glad that they did, because it doesn't look good when you can see through the flaps a whole bunch. But still, I think this is a nice set. I think there's a lot of playability in it. And yeah, overall it's pretty good. It could have been a bit cheaper though, but yeah, it's Lego. What are you gonna do about it? Anyways, that was my review of the LEGO Star Wars Kessel Run Millennium Falcon set. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell for new videos. Thanks.